All right, all right. Hey, bless you, saints of the Most High. This teacher Greg, coming at y'all from an undisclosed location in the South. Just want to give a testimony of the Passover, unleavened bread. Such a wonderful feast, and I'm very glad that Yahweh invited me to this one. I really am. Very glad to have been among my brethren. Very glad to be in the midst. You know, it was very spectacular. I've been with this ministry. I've been with this assembly in fellowship for close to 15 years. This August will be 15 years. And, man, it's been a while since I've seen and felt a feast like this one. It's been a while. You know, it's been a few years. You know what I mean? And this feast was great. It was really, truly wonderful. I can't say that enough. And there's so many areas I can start in. But I'll start here. The one thing I could not detect at this feast was a spirit of heaviness. There was no heaviness at this feast, y'all. I couldn't detect any, you know. And I couldn't detect any of the heaviness because honestly, I don't think anyone wanted to even bring the heaviness in. Just so y'all can move, but nonetheless, the heaviness was not there. It was non-existent. It wasn't there. The morning prayers, powerful. People getting free and edified in the morning prayers, just beautiful thing. The preaching and the teaching, powerful, edifying. And extremely encouraging. Extremely. The praise and worship. Man, what can you say about that? It was just spectacular. To be in one place with everybody who's in lockstep with you. Everybody telling each other that they're glad they made it. Glad they're here. Man, how you doing? I made it. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So thankful. Praise and worship was just couldn't be beat. It was awesome. Mass deliverance. Powerful. So many people were not only getting free in mass deliverance, but you can tell that that's all everyone wanted to do was assist in getting the burdens off of their brother. There was a lot of love. A lot of love. And you know, the gifts work by love. And man, so much love, so many signs, so much healing going forth. I'm talking people, you know, throwing the cane down, walking upright. You know, folks getting freed from addictions. Addictions, man. Long lasting addictions. Man, I'm talking folks getting their faith increased. Their faith was just increasing. The belief was increasing due to the preaching, the teaching, and the Passover, the partaking thereof. It was just a very beautiful feast. You know, even with the deliverance part, not just at mass deliverance, not just at the preachings and the teachings and the services, but just randomly, brothers was asking others to join them in the tabernacle. I need to get free. Join me in the tabernacle. Please help me get this burden off of me. Brothers just randomly going and just getting deliverance, even on the side at random times. Just because the spirit was ripe enough to go ahead and the power was ripe enough to bring forth. It was able to bring forth the healing and the cleansing. Folks was getting cleansed of the mind, cleansed of their heart, not just of ailments. The sister that got healed in DMV and the brother that got healed in DMV arrived on the scene and was able to go forth in the testimonies. People that had strokes before, I was able to walk to that man and say, man, bless y'all for your testimony. Isn't it wonderful? He's like, oh yeah, just good stuff, man. Saw a lot of new people. Saw some returning people. Some returning saints and such, you know. One man that returned from many years ago, and I said, "Yeah, I showed you, huh?" And he was just like, "Oh yeah, he did." I said, "Well, hey, welcome back." You know, it's just a gorgeous time, and I'll give you one highlight, if this is even considered a highlight, but it's a highlight for me. Okay, nonetheless, the one thing I noticed, and you better believe I checked, I didn't see that clique spirit around. There wasn't a little crowd over here or a little crowd over there or a meeting over here or a meeting over yonder. There wasn't none of that. Wasn't none of that, man. Everybody dealt with each other. Everybody fellowship with each other. Everybody was moving from camp to camp. Folks was getting, just loving on their brothers. It was like a lot of love at this feast. Lots of love at this feast. Contrary to what the internet and all these videos are telling you. And these folks is out there doing all that. Your cup is ripe. Your cup is right there. Fill it up. Whatever you want to do. But man, the conversations, holy. A lot of the old heads like myself and Elder Scott, Pastor Corey, been here for quite some time, well over a decade, and many others. I don't think there was a day that went by where I didn't tell somebody how happy I was to be at the feast, how happy it was. It was supposed to rain all feast. Man, it barely rained this much one day out of the whole thing since I was there. Y'all looked out for us on that one too. It's just the spirit was just it was just right. It was ripe enough for all these things to come forth for us. You know what I mean? And it was amazing. It was just amazing. And I'll never, ever, have to be concerned with hopping on the internet and doing all these things, because everything was done in righteousness, everything. When we partook of the Passover, it was, the spirit was so high. Folks were so excited. You know what I mean? And to my opinion, and to what I've seen, I don't think anyone took it unworthily. You know what I mean? I pray you didn't. But I made sure I was cleansed before I came in there. And man, I'm just very, very thankful. So thankful. I can't wait for the next feast. I cannot wait for the next one, because, man, I want to see some more new folks come on in. It's good to see these serious-minded people coming in and being just serious about what's going on here. Pastor Muir said it, actually. He said he was sitting up there and he was looking at the saints, staring at the saints and seeing their faces. And he was just like, "Oh, Father, look at them. They're receiving it. They're getting it." That's a wonderful thing. That is a wonderful thing. Contrary to what videos and podcasts and stuff like that are saying on the internet. You know what I mean? Again, I wouldn't have been 15 years damn near in this assembly if it was that evil, if it was that wrong. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, I tell you what, I got an admonishment for all y'all that are out there on the internet putting out whatever you want to put out. You're right. That is your right to do. But I would hear certain things from several people, okay? Several people, especially on the internet. Oh, Straitway's full of idolatry. Oh, they're man worshiping. All these things, right? All this evil is going on at Straitway. But you've been here for a long time. So what got into you? You know what I'm saying? I got an admonishment for y'all, because you think you're warning the world and telling the world everything. You got the cheat code, right? Why don't you let y'all fight your battles? I believe the Father deals with his men. And if this assembly, a Straitway and Pastor Dowell, are so wrong, and Yahweh is so with you, I'm talking with you, talking to you, giving you the knowing, he's with you, then let him fight your battle. Because I believe some of you, this supposed judgment you think is supposed to come or whatever, I believe most of y'all are staying and stunting that so-called judgment you want so bad, because you just won't shut up. If Yah's with you, let him handle Pastor Dowell and the assembly of Straitway. If we're so wicked, let him handle us. That you're stepping on the king's toes. And the king probably looking at y'all like, y'all want me to judge all this since we're so evil. But hey, you're a better judge than me. My timing don't mean anything to you. So go ahead, go right along. Keep on throwing these videos out in social media. What would you be? What would you do if there was no YouTube? What would you be? What would you do if there was no social media? What if there were no cell phones? What would you do then? You know? Everybody's looking for a platform, I suppose. Not sure. But that's my admonishment. Let y'all fight your battle if you're so right. And see if he's really truly with you. You know? Pastor Muir done told y'all, recite something good that he's done. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna do it. You know? You ain't gonna do it. But it's all right, because we had a good feast. We had a good feast, a really, really good feast. And I'm telling you right now, the power. And I believe because there was no contrary spirits this time, because there was no heavy spirits this time, because there wasn't no slander cliques out there this time, because there wasn't all this muck and junk and these evil spirits just floating around pretending and being spots and blemishes in in the company of the righteous, man. I believe that's why so much power went forth. I do believe that. I believe so much power was able to go forth. Jesus had to remove the unbelief out of the room before he can do mighty works. Well, shoot, hey, look, mighty works started even in the DMV and transferred all the way over even to the feast. So the feast was just wonderful. It was just wonderful. Period. Period, point blank. And I'm glad Yahweh dealt with my heart, because I could have been taken out too. I'm glad he dealt with me. And the sad part, and I ain't gonna say the sad part, the crazy part about this is that all I had to do was open the book and read. 1 Timothy 5:19 through 21. Where are y'all out there speaking and talking? Where are y'all out there fulfilling that? Where? Galatians 6:1. Some of y'all don't miss that train. Galatians 6:1. Y'all was offended so many years. It's crazy. You know what I mean? How many of y'all doing that? Ezekiel chapter 3 and Ezekiel 33 tells you to warn. You think somebody wicked, go warn them. You know what I mean? Even if a righteous man turn from righteousness back to wickedness, man, go warn him. Don't let the blood be on your hands. What does Sirach tell us? Hey, man, go admonish your friend. He may not have said it. Hey, go admonish your friend. It may be a slander. When are we going to apply the principles of Yah as we should? When? But we had a wonderful feast. Wonderful, wonderful feast. And I'm thankful to have seen all y'all there that were there, and those who couldn't make it, man, missed you. But hey, you were there in spirit. I hope you caught all the broadcasts and still got delivered even from home. We're in a good place. And when I was trying to change my life almost 15 years ago, I did everything that everybody else would have done. Gone to church, trying to sit there and figure it out. You know, going here, going there, seeking his face, and all of a sudden, Straitway pops up. I compare Straitway to everything else. It seemed right to me. Now there's a place I can be in lockstep with other believers that believe like me, that are seeking Yah just like I was, that are seeking to make the changes, that are seeking to do that which is right in the King's sight, that want to live a quiet and peaceable life, that want to know what the word is actually saying, and they want to hear somebody who is actually rightly dividing the word. And you find it just in order to leave it. So what are y'all saying? That Yah does make mistakes? Is that what y'all saying? Wow. Get your hearts right while you got space and time to do it. Repent while you have space and time to do it. I know I did. I did. And I bless y'all. I really, truly do. In the name of Jesus Messiah. Much shalom to y'all.